Welcome to YOLK Rehashed Generation Next with Larry Tazuma and Sommer Nguyen. YOLK is back.
Hi, and welcome to the YOLK podcast. My name is Larry Tazuma. I am your host. Hi, Summer. Summer is our co-host.
Yes, it was a hard, oh God, my eyes suck. It was a really rough day because I was just going in the morning and then I remember the banner, the YOLK banner. I'm so excited. We got the YOLK banner.
The YOLK banner, the official YOLK banner.
Yeah, for this launch of the podcast with, gosh, I don't even know. I'm not supposed to announce it. Okay. But I'm so excited. I'm just so
for those of you catching us on video, you'll already know that Shannon Lee is our guest today. But before we get into that, just want to discuss. Thank you, Fugetsu-Do, for offering this space for us. Fugetsu-Do is like the oldest manju mochi shop in Little Tokyo. Amazing, delicious bites, desserts, whatever you call them. They look beautiful. Great gifts. So thank you, Fugetsu-Do, for offering that. Brian Kito, right?
Yeah, Brian Kito.
Okay.
Yeah,
Might be Kito?
Brian.
Okay. So today, we are so honored to have Shannon Lee as our guest. She is the host, yes. She is the host of the Bruce Lee podcast, which started in 2017. Is that correct?
Probably, yes.
It's now in its sixth season, and I counted over 600 episodes, but I know you have some really short ones too. You have like some teasers, and so does it feel like 600 episodes?
No, that seems like a lot, but I know we've done, like full episodes, probably a couple hundred at least. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an impressive feat. Did you think you would get to the sixth season?
It's funny. It's like when we first started, we were doing it once a week for a long time. When we first started, we were doing it once a week for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, that's a hard schedule to keep up, and especially with all sorts of different things going on. And so then we started doing it more in seasons where we would take little breaks and then offer maybe 4 episodes at a time or 10 episodes at a time. So now we're doing it that way. And we're going to be having another season for May of this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a contract. Do you have to turn in a certain number of podcasts?
Oh, no, there's no contract.
Okay.
We just do it.
Okay.
Like we don't actually. Yeah, we just do it when we want to. We produce it ourselves. We upload it ourselves. We don't actually get any revenue from it.
Oh.
So we just do it to do it.
We don't either, so.
Well, we're much different than Shannon's podcast.
Different level, I know.
Maybe your 6th podcast. Not 6th.
7 seasons.
Yeah.
But we're not launching until we have her. So this is going to be.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just say, early in the podcast, I listened from the very beginning. It was a horrific story about you trying to regain the licensing rights to your father, his name and his likeness, and it went on for like a decade or something like that.
Yeah, it took me 11 years to get that fully back. Yeah.
Have you fully got it back now?
Yes,
Yeah.
I fully have it back now.
Okay.
Yes. We don't own any of the films.
Sure.
But yeah, the commercial use of his name and his likeness. Yes.
Okay. Just a quick, I have a bunch of books I've read. I looked up on Amazon just for books alone and it showed 4,000 results. And obviously you're not getting royalties off that.
No.
But I have just a few things like, this is Jesse Glover's book with your father's name on it.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is out of print because
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is Artists of Life. This was edited by John Little. Is John Little still part of the?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
no. He did a series of books for Tuttle.
Okay.
But that was it.
Okay. Great. And then,
It's like a homework.
of course, yeah. So I recently got this from the Academy Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Academy of Motion Pictures
Sure.
Museum. Is it's licensed?
It is licensed.
That's good.
Do you need to show the audience now?
Okay, so this one.
Yep.
This is licensed.
Yes, we actually make this one our.
Okay, I'm so happy because I've seen this is
this is Paris' favorite
this
one.
is Bruce Lee on the turntable. This is amazing. This is an amazing shot. Was this really?
No.
Good point.
So the photo is real.
Okay.
But the turntable is photoshopped in front. But he looks like he's DJing, you know. So
Totally.
so it's a cool
It's
image.
a cool shirt.
Yeah,
someone got it for me, and I wear it proudly.
Yeah.
So
right now, you wear it right now?
I mean, no.
Okay. Like as a family man, it's cute.
I do. My daughter loves it. My wife sometimes loves it, but you know, I also looked on Amazon for clothing, and I got 360 results.
Okay.
And who knows?
Who knows? I mean, we do sell official merch, licensed merch on Amazon, but you know, Amazon is a vast and deep place. So my guess is there's probably some unlicensed stuff on there, and we do our best to go through and try to shut it down. But it's a hard thing.
The overall search for everything on Amazon came out with 6,000 results. So
wow,
yeah, that's a lot of stuff, and that's just Amazon. So
yeah,
wow.
Well, Amazon is, like I said, it's a vast universe in there because they also have books, they have merch, they have videos you can rent and all sorts of things. So I'm sure it came up a lot.
So let's go back to talking about your podcast. Okay. Did you design how you wanted to structure it, like what you're going to talk about this season and what you're going to cover?
The podcast has changed over time. So the first 100-something episodes are with my co-host, Sharon Lee.
Yeah.
So Shannon Lee, we have very similar names. And it started as mostly an applied philosophy podcast where we would pick a particular philosophical theme that my father was interested in or that we were interested in and talk about it and, break down his quotes, break down some of his thoughts and teachings. And occasionally we would have a guest on, but it was very few and far between. Yeah. And then Sharon moved on and, she's living a beautiful life in Hawaii now.
Nice.
And so then I switched it more into an interview style podcast.
Yeah.
And I've done, gosh, I don't know at this point, 100-something interviews. So.
Yeah. I love how you tackled it too, which is like flowing with such and such.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that word a little bit later, but in the beginning, like probably the second season, part of the first season, what I really enjoyed was it was sort of a companion piece to the Tao Ji Kendo. I felt that way because you talk about the void, you talk about the on guard position, you talk about various topics that are in this book.
Yeah,
and they're deeply esoteric topics. I mean, I'm sure as a poet, you would probably take all this information and just put it into one line.
Yeah.
And that's what you get when you read this. And it's like, well, what did he mean by
that? Well, that's the thing. That's why we started this podcast, because my father spoke very poetically and very deeply, but it's not always fully accessible from a real basic level. It's like you hear it and you go, that's cool, but what does it really mean? And then for us, like, and how can you apply it? Yeah. Which is the thing. And he applied it to his life. And so, he used to often say that philosophy can be the disease for which it pretends to be the cure, which is all talk, no walk. Right?
Yeah.
So for him, it was like, it's great to talk about these things, but they're really only useful if you're applying them.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think when I was on my own personal spiritual journey, it didn't sort of develop until I met Jerry Poteet, who was my teacher.
Okay.
And he turned me on to a lot of books, such as the Book of Five Rings.
Yep.
The Tao Te Ching.
Yep.
Art of War. This, I'm not going to show it to the camera, but this I heard, was by your father's side all the time. He had many notes in the side.
Yep. My father's book collection is now up in Seattle at the Wing Luke Museum.
Oh, wow.
And it consists of over 2,800 books.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was well read.
Are you, excuse me, are you writing things now? You're starting to write any for your life as well?
Well, I have written a book called Be Water, My Friend, that came out in 2020.
Very nice.
About my father's philosophy and about his philosophy in particular around flow and water and how to use it in your own life. And how he used it and how I've used it and those sorts of things, sort of breaking it down. And yes, I'm continuing to write and work on many projects.
Yeah, we'd like to hear your thoughts and see how you grew up through this industry. A lot of, I guess they have this argument or comments about Nepo babies.
Oh.
Remember? but you were quiet. You were like going into the business very like your own time, your own way, and that's why you inspired the newer generation. With that.
Yeah, I mean, the whole conversation about Nepo babies is sort of...
Sorry, I don't want to like not yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, my brother and I, both of us, anything we ever did from a creative standpoint, we did because we loved it and we wanted to try to do it.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
For myself, my acting career was short-lived and very tortured. I got into acting. I had spoken to my brother about wanting to try acting. I come from a very creative background. I have a degree in music. I have a degree in performance. So, I have always loved to be creative and to perform and to express myself. And so acting felt like a nice extension to that. So I talked to him about it and he said, the business is really hard, but if you want to do it, then do it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why not? And I'll be there and we can, I can help you out and guide you and all this sort of thing. And then he was killed, like right before I moved back to LA. So I moved back to LA and sort of went ahead with the plan anyway, but I was in such deep, like pain and depression and sorry. It was very hard for me to go through that time. And it was also really hard because I had really just gotten back around to studying martial arts at that time in my life. And so I was not like a really studied martial artist, though I'd done some. And, but everybody, what they want Bruce Lee Starter to do is action. That's what they want.
Right.
And so that was my way into the business. It was my brother's way into the business.
This is some old magazines. These are
Yeah.
20 years old or so. This is People and this is Entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had them in my collection.
Yeah.
But I heard that your original teacher was Richard Bastille, and then later on it was Ted Wong. Is that correct?
That's correct. I only studied with Richard for a very short amount of time. I was probably like 8, 9, 10 years old, somewhere in there.
Oh my gosh, that's so young.
Yeah, really young. And I didn't, I didn't stick with it. It was very painful for both my brother and I to train in martial arts after our father passed. It just felt, because it was something we did as a family and it just felt really painful, So, so we both stayed away from it growing up.
Yeah.
I went and studied with Richard for a minute. My brother would dip in a little here and there, but he came back to it on his own around the age of 17, 18. And I came back to it a little later in my early 20s. So, and then we both, really enjoyed practicing.
Yeah.
It was really great. But, I loved training and once I started doing it, I loved doing action because it's really fun.
It's fun.
And also, when you do action in action movies, it's not the same as when you train in martial arts.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, it's very different. But, it was also very hard. I mean, first of all, I was in a really not great emotional headspace, right? And then, there were just it's a difficult business. You're being judged on a physical basis all the time. And I'm being compared all the time to my father, which I'm not anything like.
Yeah.
And actually at one point in time, some group who I don't know to this day who it was, took out a full page ad against me in the Variety.
I'll find them. I'll find them.
They said I was a fraud. I wasn't really a martial artist, that I shouldn't be allowed to do action in films and, whatever. It was very hurtful to me at the time. I still have that ad somewhere in my
I'm sorry
collections.
because I was there for I was there for the
Stone
Stone Soup.
Soup. Yeah.
Stone Soup show of my friend Patrick Lee, and I heard that as well, and and I'm like, oh gosh, like bringing it up again, but it's that means that you move past it.
Oh yeah. I mean, look,
being judged.
It was very rough. I mean, I think the thing that's funny is that, as time goes on, I mean, almost nobody is actually a martial artist that does action in movies anymore. So it's very rare. It was sort of like, I mean, if social media had been around, it would have just been all over social media instead. It was a similar sort of thing. And it's sort of this mindset of people who think that it's okay to be hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine because they think that they're right. But we're going to move past all of that at some point.
Let's talk about Warrior a little bit.
Okay.
There's an actor in there that I really like. He got married in the last season, the third season, to
Diane Doan.
Diane Doan, yeah. And
Joe Taslim.
Yeah. Now I've seen him in other movies before. I think it was Mortal Kombat or something.
Yep.
Right. But I think he's good. I think he must be a real martial artist.
He is.
Okay.
He's a real martial artist. He competed in the Olympics in judo.
Okay.
And he was in the movie The Raid.
Oh,
and he's a huge star in Indonesia.
Okay.
Like he's like Brad Pitt in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And he is a real deal martial artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Joe Taslim.
Joe Taslim.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting name for an Asian person. He looks Chinese. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he lives in Indonesia. I'm not sure exactly his full heritage.
Yeah. I realize not all of the actors in Warrior were of Chinese origin.
Correct.
Andrew Koji is Hapa.
Yeah, he's Hapa, half Japanese.
And then you mentioned Diane Doan.
Diane Doan.
Is she
Vietnamese?
She's Vietnamese. Yeah, that's right.
Which is me.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so quite a few were not.
Sure.
The person you had on your podcast, he has no hair. Well-spoken person. You had him on.
Perry Young or
actor. He played the merchant guy. Was
Wang? You mean Hoon Lee?
Yeah, Hoon Lee. Is he Korean?
Hoon is. That I think Hoon. That's a good question. I'm not even 100% sure. Yeah.
I thought I saw him on a Netflix program. He didn't have any lines, but he was in there for a good,
He was on all the seasons of Banshee.
Okay.
And he's actually about to be in Jonathan Tropper's new show as well. He was also in C with Jason Momoa for the second couple seasons. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We have sirens outside.
We are in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I love that you know all your actors.
Oh, they're amazing. I mean, we are truly a close-knit family. Mm-hmm. And they have been so incredible. Hoon has been really actually leading the call in terms of our guerrilla marketing that we're doing for Warrior being on Netflix.
Saying this on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's leading the charge in that?
Yeah. I mean, he's been organizing things behind the scenes, and Olivia Chang as well has been also. Yeah.
Proactive actors, guys.
And that is so important because it was like grassroots for you to get the third season, isn't that true?
Yes. Our show has been sort of long suffering. It's been the victim of now 2 corporate mergers.
Yeah.
And Cinemax was all their original programming was canceled in the merger between AT&T, Time Warner, and HBO.
Yeah.
And then we finally got picked back up, put on Max. Max Original Programming, and then another merger happened with Discovery.
Yeah.
And then our show got canceled again. And now Netflix has licensed it and put the first 3 seasons on there. And our hope and our prayer and our wish is that it'll get enough attention that they would be interested in picking it back up.
Okay, Summer, we gotta like watch the whole season.
I've already watched season 2.
Okay.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But the thing is that I heard about Jason Tobin a long time ago through my friend Jen and Toom, and it's kind of funny how his progression, and he really shined on your show.
Mm-hmm.
Which so that means, like, for her and her associates, they basically jump started a bunch of people into household names, which is, I'm pretty sure you do another project that's going to jump with you.
Yeah, look, all of these people on our show deserve to be household names. They're amazing. Mm-hmm. They're amazing people, and they're amazing and talented actors, very skilled, and they care so deeply, and they're very professional, and they work so hard, and they really give it their all, and it shows.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, first of all, you were in season
3, episode 6.
I didn't know you were going to be on.
Yeah.
That's Shannon.
Yeah, it was really fun. I was talking earlier about my tortured acting career. And there was a part of me that always just hoped I would get another chance to get in front of the camera from the place I'm in now. Like, much more grounded, centered, like able to commit and work and do all of that without my emotions and my mental state getting in the way so much. And so, I mean, there couldn't have been a better opportunity. Right. I mean, a better project, better people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a real thrill.
Well, I hope you do, because you still look beautiful. I mean,
well, thank you.
I'm Brandon's age, because I was born in 65.
Okay.
I listened to your Year the Dragon podcast.
Yep.
Talking about how your father and Brandon were both Year the Dragon.
Yep.
I'm Year the Snake because I was born in June of 65.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Brandon was February 1st. So he was actually right before it turned. Yeah. From dragon to snake. Yeah.
So that's, my daughter's a snake. I'm sorry, a dragon.
She's a snake.
I'm a snake.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being surrounded by a whole class full of dragons?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's got their A game going on every single day.
Is it dragons like type A personalities?
Well, not necessarily. My daughter's not quite a type A, but
well,
but she's a cutie.
She's a leader.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's going to be 12 this year.
Okay, 12. I'm like, is she 12, 24?
Exactly.
Yeah. Is it, and your daughter is like what animal?
My daughter's Year of the Horse.
Okay.
Oh, she's cool. She gets along with everybody.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yeah, she's great. And but she's a Sagittarius like my dad. Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. So
fire.
Pragmatic, right?
Yeah.
Very social, very adventurous, outgoing, philosophical, all those things. So.
And you also did, you sang in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I recognize that too.
I feel like, you should do more records or voiceover. I mean, actors are they can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's funny to me a little bit when I get introduced still as an actor. I'm like, I mean, I haven't acted in a really long time, other than my little stint in Warrior. But for me, I just love to be creative. And I do get to sing occasionally. I get to sing in Hong Kong sometimes with my friend, good family friend, Sam Hui. And I've sung with him in China and Vegas and, all sorts of places. And I've sung the national anthem for the Giants and the Seattle Sounders. Yeah. So, I get a chance to do that from time to time. I helped co-write and release a record with a band, Medicine, back in 2002, I want to say, which was on an indie UK label. So, I dabble.
Yeah.
I dabble.
But I heard a podcast with your uncle Robert,
Yes.
and he's a singer. I had to listen to the Ballad of Bruce Lee. We'll have to play it in the background
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I've never heard this song before. And
Yeah.
I heard it on was YouTube Music. It was just, I was able to search it and find it.
Yeah. I mean, he came out with that record in the 70s, I want to say. Yeah, it was a long time
But
ago.
he's talented. He's got a good
Sure.
voice.
He loves to sing, and yeah, he still does.
So
Yeah, just for fun.
Run in the family. This whole artistic side must run in your the Lee blood.
I guess it's funny. My dad could not carry a tune, apparently. So I hear. But you know, my grandfather was in the Chinese opera. I think he mostly was a comedian in the Chinese opera. I don't know how much singing he actually did. So I don't know exactly where the singing comes from. But you know, also I find Cantonese is a very melodic, sing-songy language. You know, and with all the tones, I'm always hearing people in Hong Kong singing. Yeah.
So I had a question about the Bruce Lee story.
Pages.
This has always been in my mind, and so there was this pivotal scene where Nancy Kwan is talking to Jason, who's playing her father, and she basically offers him an advance of cash and says, you know, you can either do this and go maybe study, or you can come back here and be a dishwasher. Right. So was that a real scene that actually?
Gosh, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Who did she play in the movie?
So the name of her character was Gussie Yang, but I think that it should have been Ruby Chow, who was the Ruby Chow restaurant in Seattle.
It's quite possible that they didn't get the permission to use the name. Maybe I don't really know. I know there was issues with that in the making of that film, and it was a different time. I'm sure if it was made today, they would just do it.
Yeah, they would probably just do it.
But no, I don't think that was a real scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always wondered because I had been to the Ruby Chow restaurant.
Oh wow!
It was the premier restaurant for anyone going to Chinese food in Seattle. I'm from Seattle.
Oh, okay.
And so I guess a lot of politicians and local celebrities would dine there all the time. So your father working there, that would have been an ideal place to meet people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know he didn't love working in the restaurant.
Right. Who does?
Yeah.
I hope you never have to.
Yeah. He just wants to eat in the restaurant. He's a normal person.
That's what eating in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't like work.
Yeah. I almost got a job in a restaurant in New Orleans. That's where I went to college. But then my brother was like, do you want to be my assistant on the film Rapid Fire? I had applied. I had gotten the job to be a back waiter at like a fancy restaurant in New Orleans, Commander's Palace, for anybody who knows. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to be a waiter. I'm going to go to Hollywood and be an assistant.
That is funny. Oh my god.
Yeah. So missed that opportunity.
I know, but then you didn't have to interview.
Yeah. No, it was great because I got to spend that whole time with my brother, which was really special, and be around the business. And that's when I started talking to him about acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice that you guys didn't have any competition between each other.
No. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, my brother and I were, he looked out for me. I think he saw himself as, in some ways the man of the family, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'm his little sister and he looked out for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we weren't competing. I mean, what's there to compete with anyway? You know what I mean? Like, he's 4 years older. He's a guy, like we're running in different worlds anyway.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the esoterics of your podcast.
Okay.
Like one in particular is one of my favorite episodes. You were talking about the void.
Yep.
And the void, to me, and I'm gonna share a little story of mine. When I was training with Jerry Boutique, I took a trip to Australia, and I was in the middle of writing a book, and I went to the place of dreaming, which is called Uluru. And when I came back, I had a dream of your father. I'm not saying it was a business. I'm just saying an image of your
You can
father.
say whatever you want.
Keep it in this space. It was like no judgment.
Yeah.
Anyway, your father had a very, very short conversation with me. Very, I don't know. It was sort of a puzzle though. It wasn't just an exact thing.
Okay.
So two things came out. One, he told me sort of the gist of this story, and he told me it had to do with the book.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give the exact word later after the podcast. And then I misheard him, so I thought he said something else. Turns out the way I misheard him gave me the title of the story, the book.
Okay.
And so I'll share that with you later on too. I hope it'll get
So many
published.
mysteries.
Anyway, the whole gist of the essence of the conversation was the void.
Yeah.
He was instructing me to take the path of the void.
Yep.
And I was like, what is this? And so I started to research it as much as possible. And I went to, this is interesting, while researching, I was at the Barnes Noble at the West Side Pavilion.
Okay.
And I happened to be walking from the Barnes & Noble to Nordstrom. There's this bridge that goes over West Side.
Yep, I'm familiar.
Right? And as I was walking over it, I turned to the middle West Side Pavilion, which goes all the way up to like almost UCLA. And I see two lanes going on the right, two lanes coming this way, and then in the middle is the turn lane. And I'm like, that's the path.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize it's like neither for nor against.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it's there. And,
yeah.
And it doesn't mean it's going north or south. It's just, it's flowing.
It's the place from which you can go in any direction. Yeah.
And that's where you get the flow from.
Yeah. 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 And, I mean, for me, the void, which is also called emptiness, right, is the place from which everything springs. So it is that empty space through which creativity and creation ushers forth. So if you can work with the void, then you can be in a place of stillness, of absolute, it's like, it's the moment before everything happens, right? So if you can tap into that place and be in rhythm with that place or be in connection with that place, then you are free. You're free to make any choice, to make any movement, to create anything, right? Because, if we take it all the way back to the beginning of time, at the beginning of time was the void. At the beginning of anything was the void. And from that sprung all of this. So when we tap into that place, it is that place from which we, you can call it the middle way, you can call it whatever you want, but it is sort of more a thing to feel than a thing to know or to think about, right?
Yeah.
It's more just like that place of, sudden inspiration, epiphany, dreams, ideas, they all usher forth from that place. So if you can be in relationship with that place, then you can be in collaboration.
It's a very out there sort of concept. And would you suggest meditation? Would you suggest?
Yeah, I think it's really up to you. Meditation is wonderful. Some people really struggle to meditate. There are really three paths. There's meditation, there's concentration, and there's contemplation. And contemplation is the space between meditation and concentration.
Yeah.
It's like being able to kind of hold something and sort of let it ruminate while you're going through life, while you're walking, while you're, right? It's kind of like meditating, but it's not that absolute place of stillness and it's not concentration where, maybe you're focused really deeply on something.
Yeah.
But it's the in-between place. And sometimes that's why, have you ever noticed, like when you're in the shower or you go to the bathroom, you get these ideas.
Yeah.
It's because you're in kind of a relaxed moment where you're just sort of like your mind is wandering, you're washing your hair, you're doing whatever. And that's when there's enough space, enough, if you want to call it this, like connection to the void.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That something can come through.
That's what Samurai talked about Zen and the act of like doing part of tea.
Yep.
Flower arranging, painting.
Yep.
While doing something that's relaxing, you're thinking about something else, such as combat, training.
Sure.
How to solve a particular situation.
And also letting art and nature teach them in that moment, like being open enough to, witness the birds and the way they move, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it combines their decisions. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
If some bird flies real fast, then not to say I would fly, but I'm just like I would be moving fast, or just the way they move.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that life is sort of showing you things all the time. The question is, are you paying attention? Mm-hmm. Are you in collaboration with it, or are you in resistance to it? So.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm just pointing the bears.
Okay. We're going to take a short break.
Okay.
And back, I'd love to talk more about your philosophies.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, welcome back. We are here with Shannon Lee.
Thank you.
Shannon Lee is, of course, the host of the Bruce Lee podcast. Mm-hmm. She also is the, I don't know what you call it, but executor of the estate?
No, we don't really call it that anymore. And I was not the executor of the estate. My mom probably was way back when. The estate technically doesn't exist anymore because, an estate is only open during the time of probate.
I see.
So I guess I would say I'm the steward of the Lee legacy.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I sort of trained on my own for the last 20 years between that time and now. And now we're talking about September of last year. And I meet a guy who is a student of a very famous academy. And I said, I've always wanted to train with that academy. Can I train with you? So I go to 4 sessions. And on the 4th one, I said to him, have you ever heard of this sort of a curse among practitioners of JKD where they injure themselves? And he laughed at me. And then following 3 days later, I broke mine. So here I am going, this is weird, coincidental, and shocking. But maybe you have some insight, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're going to laugh at me too.
So I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a curse amongst JKD practitioners where they injure themselves. This is the first time I'm ever hearing of that. I've had lots of people ask me if I think my family is cursed because my father died young and my brother died young. This is what I will say about that. If you believe in the curse, then it is real.
Right. I'm creating it.
Yeah. You're clumsy. Sorry. I am too. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
It's just that when you hold that fear or concern or even idea in your mind, law of attraction, right?
Yeah.
Like, then you are holding the door open from the void for that possibility to be created. That's right. That's right. So I think that, and also if you make those connections, I mean, the fact that you got injured 20 years apart, I mean, people get injured.
They do.
You know what I mean? And 20 years is a long time to go without being injured. Sounds like you trained for a long time without being injured.
Right.
So, I think that it's, I have this good friend. His name is Tony Leroy. He lives in New York. And there's something that he says sometimes when he starts to, he'll tell people to say this and he'll say it himself, which is, things only have power over me if I give them power, and I do not give it. So, I kind of feel like that's my feeling about it.
I do have a question about that.
Yeah.
For the years that you
what listening to that Stone Soup show. It's a very tongue twister for me. So you said that it took you so many years to do licensing for your father's property and IP, but for you, did you kind of like face any other challenges in a way where, besides the obvious bullying when you were younger, but now as an adult, you are a producer? Do you have any of those challenges?
What kind of challenges exactly?
I guess almost like
Out of
almost
control.
I almost like was that Me Too movements or anything? Did you face any of that stuff?
Oh, I mean, listen, people, this is sort of what people do. They, judge people, they categorize people, they dismiss people. It's not the way that we should be. I am a woman of, color. I am, or culture, if you will. I am, often categorized through expectation because I'm Bruce Lee's daughter. It's just the way of the world.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, how do I feel in my own body? Yes, I've had people say all kinds of just egregious things to me as a woman, or as the woman trying to steward the Bruce Lee legacy, or whatever that. I have a daughter. I've been told I have to have a son. If I don't have a son, Jesus, it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. That's your way of thinking. It's not my way of thinking, and you may think I'm less than, or the weaker sex, or whatever you want to call it, but like, that's not how I feel, So I think the thing is, that's why it's so important to look within and to deal with what is going on inside your own psyche, inside your own heart, inside your own body, right? And work to heal that. Work to, transmute or transform whatever needs transmuting or transforming or healing, because that just makes you feel more confident, it makes you more resilient. It makes you step into your power more.
You won't second guess yourself.
Right. And if there's something you don't know, then that you want to know, then go out and find the people who know it, learn it, I mean, it's, and don't be, I was having a conversation with somebody about this yesterday. It's like, don't be ashamed of the fact that there are things you don't know.
Right.
My God, there's so many things.
There are so many things.
It's supposed to be
either.
It's like, don't get caught up in the ego of, well, I'm the head of this company, so I should know. I don't know. And I didn't know anything about business when I started running this company. I knew about Bruce Lee. That's what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've had to learn a lot, and I've had to seek help from people who knew things that I didn't know a lot. And over the course of the 24 years that I've been doing this, I now know a lot more than I did before, but I'm not omnipotent. I'm not all knowing.
Yeah.
So no one is.
There's some people who think they know a lot, but you can't tell them you don't know, because this just goes on and on. It's like,
well, and there's also danger in what you think you know, also, because because a lot of people treat opinion as fact.
Yes, they do. I was gonna say, listening to you could do a self-help, self-healing book.
Well, you should read my book, because it kind of is that.
Okay, great. My bad.
And it is on Audible, so if you want to listen to
Well,
it, you can.
no, you'll be the first. You'll be the first book I read since high school.
Well, so it's interesting, because I've had a lot of people say, I really hate self-help books. And my book isn't really that. It's more just a conversation like we're having now. And it's meant to be very easy. It's very digestible. It's very easy to read. There's some humor in it, so, it's meant to just be like, let's just be an authentic conversation about something. That's it.
Right.
You have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap this up. But every time you wrap your podcast up,
Yes.
you share, you ask, your
do.
guests
Mhm.
about their personal philosophy. Can I ask you what yours might be? I'll give you a second to think about it because I have one.
You have one. Okay, well, you give me yours.
I just give you some time to think about it.
Okay.
It was I wrote it down. I had to write it down because you take all this experience and you have to put it into one line. And it was only regret what you have not yet done.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have one?
Oh gosh, I just heard about it now. So I'll come up with it.
Come on.
Huh?
Come on.
I usually do my mantra is just to treat people well, eat well, and live well. That's all my thing is. Just
That's pretty good.
but actually, the eat well should be first. But I mean that
In
because
order to treat people well, you have to eat well.
yeah, most people are happier seeing and talking to you when they're fed,
Yeah.
unless they need the help. But after
Yeah. Here's what I would say about my personal philosophy. It changes
Okay.
because over my lifetime, I've done a lot of work on myself. And at different points in my life, there have been different things that I've been working on. So if you had asked me 10 years ago, I might have said something different than what I would say now. What I would say now is what I'm working with is trusting life. Trusting in the experiences that life puts before me, the choices that life puts before me, and understanding that if I work and collaborate with life rather than try to resist what's happening, I end up suffering much less. I end up having a much smoother time of it. I end up learning a lot more, and the path unfolds more I don't know, smoothly or more clearly, perhaps is the way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a meditation class or something, but because I'm more hyper than anybody else. But but I love that you gave us this because it's
Thank you for not resisting.
Yeah. And you should totally do voiceover whenever they do a session for all those characters always talk smoothly. And then the comedic side is where they just like go road rage. It is hilarious. But that
and I'll just say this. It doesn't mean saying yes to everything. What it means is, and this is part of what I'm learning right now, is life presents you with choice. And then you make a choice and then you see what happens. So I feel like in this moment, I'm in a moment where I'm being offered a lot of choice. Do I want to be on this podcast? Do I want to do this panel? Do I want to go here? Do I want to do that? And for a minute, I was like, yes, 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 yes. And then I was like, and now I'm getting sick because I'm tired. And then I'm like, okay. Life is saying, I didn't give you all this just so you could say yes.
Right.
What I'm giving it to you for is to have the experience of your choices and then learn from that. Right. So then I'm like, okay, overdid it a little bit. Have to make more space for my own self-care, for my own, all of these things, right? In order to have the energy to be able to say yes to the things that really feed my soul and that really make me in collaboration with my own spirit, with the spirit of life.
Well, that's an excellent way to end this.
yeah, I know.
I just want to mention Shannon was on the 8th cover of YOLK Magazine. I didn't actually work on that cover. George
Lucky
Jones.
number 8.
Yeah, George is coming just to say hi real quick.
Oh.
yeah, he was.
So that was it was a while ago.
It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was there. I'm
Do you
old.
remember the photo shoot at all?
Oh, I do. Yeah. I had this super dramatic makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
People empower like Shannon and other people and their kind. That really helps in the industry to move forward in a positive way. And
Right.
yeah. Thank you to Shannon Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much. This is really great. Thank you for sharing your time.
Appreciate you so much.
Oh.
And Larry will do his outgoing.
Yeah, well,
Go
special
for it.
thanks to Paris Wang for working the cameras and all the audio stuff. Also Tommy Tam, Amy Tu, Tian Yen, CJ Bautista, And any last thing? No?
You think
Fugetsu-Do, yes, Fugetsu-Do for offering us this space in Little Tokyo. And also you can find us on Facebook at the OG YOLK site, and anywhere they can reach you on Instagram.
My personal Instagram is at the real Shannon Lee, and then of course at Bruce Lee.
Yes.
I also run the at Brandon Lee
Yes.
Instagram account, where at Bruce Lee is on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the Threads, all the places.
Yeah.
I am only on Instagram.
Okay.
Me too. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
Instagram.
I can barely manage to keep my Instagram.
Facebook is more for my personal family and stuff, and friends, but Instagram only.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook, and a lot of people try to go on there and pretend to be me. So, so if you think you're in conversation with me on Facebook, you're not.
Yeah. I'm Keanu Reeves,
You were warned, everybody. You were warned.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, thank you both.
Stay tuned for the next episode. Pop the yolk and spread the love. Yolk is back.